Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're taking a look at the latest Era 2 Premium Tank Destroyer, Monster Jagger. This tank is a Halloween tank, which means it has the Awaken mode powers. But in this video, we are focusing more on the Cold War aspects of the tank. So before we get started, let's go over the setup that I'm using for this tank. The tank is similar to the Rocket Jagdpanzer 2. So I'm using the same glue that I was using for that tank. So basically I have a loader, camo and traction system. And then for crew skills I have bond leader, rapid loading, camouflage expertise, silent driving, sixth sense, track mechanic, general mechanic, pain tolerance, and safe storage. I had pain tolerance because I don't use medkit and I use food. But for this tank actually I forgot to switch the medkit, so pain tolerance was kind of redundant. I have replaced the gun accuracy skills for something else, as it does not have a typical gun. It doesn't have like a reticle. It just have the unguided missiles, which has no impact on the accuracy, and you can replace it with more useful skills. So this tank fire unguided rockets, which is different from the traditional, or not traditional, but like the more common ATGMs we have in Cold War tanks. Rockets are not guided. However, this tank has very fast rockets compared to the missiles we get. It goes 920 the speed, and probably they work similar to rockets where they accelerate, but very fast compared to what you see for ATGMs that are slow. In addition to it, it is a 10 shot autoloader, reload relatively quickly I would say, and if you can find your targets that are stationary, as you saw I just deleted another Monster Jagger who wasn't paying attention, actually was busy clipping, and you can basically delete them. It wouldn't be possible if the shell velocity which was slower. So it does have two rockets though. The first one is faster with less alpha, and then the second one is slower but with slightly more alpha but low pen. So you kind of have to pick and choose. I just go with the first one because of high pen and its consistent damage. I would try to use the second one as well, but it does get tricky time to time. You can use it, but I just stick to the first one just because it's faster and I can hit the targets more consistently. In addition to it, it is a mid-tier tank, so 2350 HP. It is slightly slower than the Rocket Jagdpanzer, but it also has a similar to like 10 degrees of gun depression, decent mobility, as well as 20 degrees of gun elevation. Not that you wouldn't need it. Most of the time it's all about gun depression, and you can kind of play hull down, only your gun will be visible. But since it has great camo, it is a proxy spotted tank destroyer where they have to kind of proxy you if you don't fire. So most of the time you might not even have to, you're not even forced to use the gun depression. The tank is expensive because the Halloween tanks, they don't really are not really are on the sale. So the base price is without any discount. If you get the with the commander, you can get 10% off, and similar to if you get it with the other World War II Halloween tank, I think it's 15%. So it is expensive. I wouldn't say there's much. I wouldn't say there's any actual discount. Usually we get like 30% off on the newer tanks, but that's not the case with this tank. So whether you want to buy it or not, this is a Halloween tank, so it depends how much you kind of enjoy playing the Halloween limited time event. And these tanks are usually only available during this event as well, if I'm not mistaken. So it's your personal preference. We don't have the Awaken mode replay yet. We will when that later on, like probably next week. So you can then decide whether you want to buy this tank or not, if your preference is the Halloween mode. But as I was saying, the unique part about this tank is because the rockets are fast essentially, and no minimum arming distance because they're unguided rockets. So the game started, as we saw, I clipped another Monster Jagger, did manage to do a little bit more damage as well. As if someone's not paying attention, you can just quickly dump the clip or the rockets and do end up penning most of your shots. And it's best if the enemy is not spotted, right? So because at that time they're not targeted and you can kind of finish them. So now I'm pushing forward towards the FB, and I did switch to the other shells which had more alpha, and I thought I could clean up the tank. I'll just get behind him, as the penetration should not be an issue here. But unfortunately that didn't happen. I wasn't able to pen all my shots and did less damage than I would have if I shot the first shells or the first rockets. So I decided to go back to that rockets again as the game was closed and I didn't want to waste much time here. Almost loaded. The other shells could be useful if you have lightly armored tanks, probably better. But then at the same time, the lightly armored tanks will be faster, and then again you have like the cons as well. So overall, I would say the first rockets are better than the second one. But you can kind of have a clip or two for the second one as well. And the T-80 is spotted but taken out by our team. But almost 7,000 damage and 3 kills. Just closing in to get whatever last bit of remaining damage. Kind of do want to kind of at least hit the 10k mark, but won't happen this game. Spoilers. Decided to, or trying to get a shot on the FV. He moved into cover. Another thing is, as I mentioned, is the mid-tier Era 2 tank, so don't expect it to be a top tier or play like or the results like top tier. Nonetheless, it is still, I found it a fun tank. Just because, as I said, it is unique. And it is like a alternate brother or a cousin of Rocket Yak Panther, as that has the ATGM and this one has rockets. So if you like the profile of that tank or the playstyle, you might even enjoy this tank as well. And then buying is just your preference. It's just expensive tanks. I don't think I'll buy this tank just because I would probably get them next year. These tanks are earnable in the following year if you can wait. For example, this time another monster op is going on, and I'm planning to earn the Pharaoh's Fury, which I didn't buy this year. And for these tanks as well, if I don't get it this year, which I don't think I will, I'm just gonna wait another year. So if you are patient, you can as well. But if not, yeah, you can get it from the store. So I do end up putting another clip in the back of FV, bringing my total to 8,300 damage. And that is it for this game. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about the tank and if you're planning to get it or not, and I'll catch you in the next one.